Всем привет, продолжаем прохождение закончил. Сейчас мы будем подниматься к Мортимеру. Надо сразу посмотреть на противоположной стороне. Можно было и побыстрее бегать. Посмотрим, о чем сейчас разговор будет. Батя, я пришел.
Louis, there you are. Well, tell me, how did it go?
I did my best.
Whom did you manage to persuade?
Well, there's no point in wasting any time. I'm proud to report they've all come over to our side.
Ha ha, Louis, I'm impressed. I was sure you would succeed. I'm proud of you, my son. Even Johann? How did you manage to do it?
Ну давай расскажем.
Possessed Godoy.
You possessed Godoy, of course. Very ingenious of you, I must say. Son, you've accomplished a veritable tour de force. I couldn't have done better myself. Now we are ready. The conference may begin. Assemble everyone in the conference room. Meet me
Узнали.
there and let's get it over with. My friends, here we are at last, gathered together to close this conference. I would first of all like to thank you all for making the time to be here and lend your services. Gregory, I believe I may speak for both of us when I say that we are honored by your presence here.
You are perfectly right to do so, William. Thank you for putting your faith in us and for coming here to participate in this conference. Thank you for helping us to make the best decisions. And I especially want to thank you, William, for perfectly hosting us at your home during these past several days.
I'm not sure all the guests would agree to that. In any case, Holm doesn't seem to be himself.
Good. I think we can begin. You will vote in turn on the question that interests us today. Are you for or against the transfer of ownership of Louisiana from Spain to France? Monsieur de Richet?
Сразу с меня начинать. Ну, естественно, мы же по этому плану
I
пошли.
vote for.
Duchess Hillsborough?
For.
Duke Manuel? For. Your Eminence?
For. But
Gregory, please. Monsieur Napoleon?
For.
Mr. von Vollner?
For.
What?
Gregory, please refrain from interrupting the voting. You know the rules, brother. President Washington? For. The votes are now cast. The project is therefore approved.
Dirty traitor!
Mr. Godoy, soon you will be in charge of passing the territory of Louisiana over to France.
It will be done.
What have you done?
Me? Nothing, dear brother.
What have you done to me?
What have I done? Nothing, Gregory. You did it yourself. A word of advice. In the future, that is, if you have one, don't drink someone else's cup of tea without checking what's in it.
Father, what happened? Sir Gregory, what's the matter? William, what have you done?
Not now.
You are mad, William! Father will punish you for this!
Зачем он его убил?
He will probably try, unless I get to him first.
But I cannot die!
No, you cannot die. You are, however, losing all sense of reason, as well as all your special abilities.
What? What did I drink?
Can't you guess? There are but few things that can have such an effect on such as we, you would know that if you ever ventured even a little way off of Father's beaten track.
Revenge!
Oh, no, my dear Gregory. You will not be taking any revenge. You will die stupidly, alone, enclosed in that rather withered
Как разворачиваются события, интересно.
After several centuries of near absolute power, here you find yourself on your hands and knees, hoping in vain that someone is going to help you. Tell me, what does that feel like?
Может, не надо было ему помогать? Ну, не знаю. Тот бы то же самое делал, он угрожал тоже. Он мог тоже убить.
Cannot project yourself elsewhere. You cannot even contact Father. Go ahead, try. But you are my brother, so I ask you to remember that all this is your own fault. And I want you to understand I get absolutely no pleasure out of it. Well, very little.
You swine!
A new order is born today, brother. Enough of Father's hegemony. After all these years of servitude, I can finally stand up and oppose it. You chose to serve him, whatever his excesses. Now it's up to you to face the consequences of that choice.
Matt, I am stronger than you.
Посмотрим. Ох, сколько успеха. А развилок, значит, не было. Опять не хватило, да, до следующего уровня. Жаль. Так, мы тут хотели докачать что-то до конца, да? Хотя я смотрю, тут очень много. Очень много еще остается. Это что у нас, психология? Развилки. Ну да, тут уже я ничего не сделал. Убеждения, в принципе, тут можно полностью докачать. И манипулирование тоже очень нужно. Но мы закончить можем вот это. Психологию. Ну давай тогда ее закончу уже, раз вот начал. И еще одно вложим. Манипулирование. Ну ты все, хватит пока.
What? But... What on earth is happening? Am I dreaming or...
Louis, it's me, Gregory. Listen, we don't have much time.
But where are we?
Louis, I brought us here. You must act swiftly. I can't hold out for long. William has poisoned me. He must have used the blood of a former demon. I am no longer able to enter the body of someone else. The poison is gnawing away at me from the inside. I'm going to die, Louis.
But where are we?
In the ether. What you see is not real. It's only a mental projection created by my spirit. I'm occupying William's spirit at the moment, but I'm not going to be able to keep it up forever. Join me, Louis. Otherwise, all will be lost.
Yes. Yes, I'll join you.
Find a way. Hurry.
I must find them quickly.
О, что ж тут произошло? Так, ладно. Что тут у нас остается? Логика. Политика, наука, логика опять. Ух ты. Давай, конечно, раз тут все вместе сразу. Что тут у нас?
Beneath your compassion, we take refuge, O Mother of God.
I deserve a great destiny, and I will let nothing, nor no one, stand in the way of my dream.
History will remember me and the sacrifices I made. I sense that something is happening, but I could no longer move.
Dear God, if I lose the war against France, I will be doomed.
Ну, может, и не конец.
Good God, I can't even move. But Louis can. What's happening?
Всех прослушал, да? А куда батя убежал? Вместе с... А, это ж его воображение. Ну ладно. Попробуем.
What am I doing here now? Nothing seems real.
You're nothing but a coward.
What a bunch of amateurs you are. Please, keep calm.
What on earth is going on here? I don't understand a thing.
Louis, don't waste any time. Appease them. My thoughts are becoming confused. Help me. Be quick.
Yes, not a minute to lose.
I can count on my father and my son to defend me. Yes. But will they make it in time?
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
А, вот так вот. Все, правой кнопкой. А, вот так. Давай пока его сюда поставим. Где он? Между двумя братьями. Не знаю, пусть пока так. Послушаем ее.
I don't understand a thing. I'm doomed.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Говоришь, рядом с тобой? Значит... Подожди, а я ее не послушал. Вдруг... Сейчас надо понять, вот это сестра.
I have to protect my sister. Help me, Louis.
Emma is completely lost. She needs to be close to her sister. As for Emily, well, she no longer trusts anyone. Apart from me, that is. I have to stay by her side.
Ага, вот значит, вот это Эмили, все, понял. Да ладно, давай. Поставили ее вместе, потом она доверяет мне, поэтому я ставлю ее сюда. Слушаем дальше.
Stay with me, Louis. We must take Alazif back from him.
One thing is for sure. My mother and Volnor have the same objective. To find that book. They're following the same trail and must be close to each other.
Угу. Ставить вместе. Так, так, так. Вот так вот, да?
He wants to isolate me again.
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon who wants to protect home from Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
Давай-ка ее еще послушаем.
I won't let him attack his brother.
That's not really Elizabeth, it's another demon.
А, это понятно, одно и то же, я понял.
Mortimer. On a symbolic level, he should be placed between the two of them.
Получилось? Похоже, получилось.
Looks like I've succeeded. They've all disappeared.
Louis, it's worked. But don't waste any time.
Yes, I'm coming. At least as soon as I found the exit.
Ну, похоже, сюда вот мне и надо. Не пойму, где она? Или я не у нее? А, вот ты где.
What? What are you doing here?
You? It wasn't enough for you to let me be killed. You have to come here and start babbling away at me. Fool, you couldn't have stopped her from shooting, could you?
Кого ее, не пойму. Почему ты во всем виноват? Это что, не Эмили получается?
Wait, Emma, you're the one who passed yourself off as Emily. You decided you wanted to play with
Блин.
us. You pushed your sister to the edge, and now this is the result. It's got nothing to do with me.
I only wanted to exist for one brief moment. Spending my life in her shadow, being her double, it wasn't enough. I must have taken up too much room again.
That's not what I said.
Only appearing to carry out the basest of chores. How ungrateful of me to want to exist, to make my own choices. It suits you to think that it's all my fault. Be that as it may, Louis, we have no time to lose. Help me, please.
What on earth is she talking about? Come on, you're dead.
No, there's got to be a solution. I am made of the same stuff as you. I already survived a gunshot at point-blank range. I will survive this. Help me. I'll go mad if I stay here any longer. I must have been here several months. I stopped counting from... Hang on. What are you doing here? Are you dead?
Слишком долго объяснять. И тратить на это я не знаю даже. Что мне это даст?
I don't have time to argue with you.
No, wait. Don't leave me here.
There's nothing I can do for you, Emma. You're dead.
No.
Good luck, Emma.
Louis! No! Don't leave me! Louis! Filthy scum! I'll kill you! I'll get out of here and I'll come looking for you, Louis de Richet! Do you hear me? I will find you! Is anyone there? I can hear you. I know you're there. Help me! Help! Can anyone hear me?
Значит, я не смогу поговорить больше, да? Ладно, пойдем дальше.
I must be quick.
My memories. I'm losing my sense of who. Louis? Are you there?
Yes. Yes, I'm here.
Pick up the thread of my thoughts, Louis. Of my memories. Make haste!
По-моему, там вот картина, да? Значит, сюда. Так, попробуем сюда пойти. Немножко непонятно. Да из 10. Неужели я не в ту сторону пошел? Так надо было каждую картину слушать. Ёлки-палки.
I did everything in my power to avoid the Peloponnesian War, but he wouldn't listen. He always wanted more. Father wasn't gentle with William back then, shutting him in the body of Pericles for 8 years, and reducing Athens and its cursed democracy to its knees.
Надо ж, наверное, все, да, поставить? Да.
And when Elizabeth disappeared, No, it's not possible. I couldn't have missed that. Not me. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word.
Elizabeth's presence was crucial for Holm. If she was still here, he'd still be alive. This memory is important without a shadow of a doubt. It took place after my arrival with Emily and Cardinal Biaggi, but well before I found out the truth about my nature.
Им надо было оттуда бежать. И картины пропали. Помнишь Спарту? Ладно, давай вот это еще посмотрим.
He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing.
Оттаскивает Луи, но это было уже после, да.
Can't hold out.
Сейчас. Я просто пропустил те картины, я не знал, что надо было их слушать. А вот это. О чем это?
It was a trap right from the start. It was a trap right from the start. At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring the Hillsborough sisters here. He knew it. He knew it. He already knew they were his daughters.
Previous conference? That's when Mortimer started putting his plan.
Значит, это самое первое, понял. Значит, его и выбираем.
At the previous conference 3 years ago, I'm sure he already knew I would bring
This is
the
the first event that brought home here. Oh yeah, I'm on the right track.
Так, есть.
I recalled Sparta, and when Elizabeth disappeared, I recalled Sparta.
Да-да-да, ты помнишь Спарту. Надо другие картины еще.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time.
Я думаю, рановато, Фран.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference. He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference, supposedly to find her sister, whereas Emma hadn't even disappeared yet. The poor wretch was shot as her sister was setting foot on the island. I should have understood that earlier.
Когда на причале стояла?
About my first
Интересно.
vision on the island, the day of my arrival. This could be the beginning of the story, yet Holm is talking about bringing Emily back again. So there must have been something before this.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again
Значит, это
to
оно.
this conference, supposedly to
I'm on the right track here.
А, вон картина, это на выход, все понял.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He knew I would drink it.
Это значит последняя нужно, да? Да, это первое. Ой, последняя будет. Он в самом конце выпил чай и попал. Вот это у нас что?
And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time? And coincidentally, who arrives at the same time as Emily? Louis de Richet, his son. He brings his 4 children together, and even then I didn't react.
This is about my arrival, as well as Emily's. There must be an earlier memory that talks about my sisters.
Так, это значит, мы ж уже 2 выбрали.
Arrives at the same time as Emily?
I'm getting closer to him.
He allowed me to bring Emily back again to this conference.
Ух ты, а вот это что это? Пропустил картину, да?
Ah, Charles François, what an adventure. Ah, Charles François, what an adventure. It was so easy for me to sell your title of Marquis de Maintenon to Françoise d'Aubigné and to sail for the Caribbean islands. One of my greatest successes. With one stroke, I placed myself right next to the King of France, with a mistress under my orders, and I was able to impose my law over the seas of the triangular trade.
Anyhow, I should try to...
Все, я понял, никакого отношения это не имеет. Побежали, побежали.
Dear Countess Dunolstein, what a pity you disappointed me.
Уж какая-то графиня, это, наверное, было вообще непонятно когда. Ну, не при нас явно. И две картины не к нам.
France, so much effort, so much wasted time. It was a trap right from the start. I recall Sparta. And when Elizabeth disappeared, No, it's not possible. I couldn't have missed that. Not me. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. He cut me off from our father, and I didn't say a word. And when Elizabeth disappeared,
Ясненько.
He feeds Louis. He feeds Louis, and I continue to see nothing. He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we usually take months to give to our children, and Louis is only trying his best to get by. He doesn't realize he's being led to the slaughter.
So Holmes seems certain that Mortimer's been using me, but I get the impression that he's only had this vision recently. It's one of the last ones he had.
He stuffed his poor son with an occult knowledge that we usually take months to give to our children.
Если закончим.
Come to me. I recall Sparta.
Блин, тут очень сложно. Мы выбирали уже. Кажется, вот.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He knew I would drink it. The rascal knows me better than I do myself.
The blood that Mortimer used is deadly poison for a demon. Holmes won't survive it. Oh, it's over for him. He's finished.
And the cherry on the cake is I drank his cursed tea. He trapped me. He poisoned me to stop me from being able to leave this body. He cut off all communication with Father and brought his children here. How could I not have seen it earlier? He's going to absorb me. The traitor! No one can stop him now. Hurry, Louis. I absolutely must see you before it's too late. If you have managed to follow my thoughts, come to me. Quickly!
Почему это понижен?
Louis, hurry! He's coming!
What's happening?
I can sense him. He's here. He's trying to get inside me, Louis. William has completely lost his mind. He's getting ready to pull out all the stops. He's going to devour my mind, Louis. I'm not going to be able to stop him.
Louis, you are here. I sense your presence.
What? But he can't even see me.
Congratulations, my son. You have succeeded in joining us.
Louis, don't let him draw you in there. You are signing your death warrant if you decide to follow him. I won't be there to protect you.
It's over, my son. We have won. A new order can be born.
Louis, I'm so weak. I can feel him entering. I can no longer keep him out. He's coming.
He's here.
I can. Can you see him?
He's here. He's coming closer to you.
Where? Louis. I don't want to just disappear. He's inside my mind. I can feel him crushing me.
Нельзя этому помешать, интересно.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's nothing you can do to stop me now. You made your choice, and you have lost.
I was wrong about him from the very beginning. He's mad. He must be stopped. You can still do something, Louis. Don't let him get away with all this so easily. I implore you.
Как-то он сначала разговаривал, что я помогу людям, там надо дать шанс, а в итоге-то он может еще и соврать. Наверное, лучше выбрать.
Look at yourself, Uncle. You're just as bad as he is. Despite being centuries old, despite all the wisdom you should have acquired, I don't believe in you, nor do I believe in him. You can count on me to do my utmost so that neither of you will succeed in your plans.
Louis, it's over for me. It's up to you now to protect our family. Find your sister, Louis. She'll know what to do.
What are you saying?
Find her.
It's over, brother. Don't fight it.
You will be punished for this.
Perhaps, but you won't be there to see it, will you?
Зачем я Мортимеру помогал? Непонятно. Что ж мне это сейчас выбирать-то, интересно? Даже не представляю. Давай сделаю одну развилку, чтобы уже было закончено. И вот это. Ну, не знаю, 2 очка пусть будет. Уже что-то поменять, не знаю. Давай сюда. И что еще посмотрим? Хитрость. Или лучше ловкость? Давай ловкость. А, подожди, еще 2 можно. Тогда давай еще хитрость и языкознание.
Where am I?
It's all right, son. Don't panic. It's over.
I'm back? Where are the guests?
I invited them to go up to their rooms. They're resting. Don't worry.
Gregory?
We won, Louis. It's over.
He's dead?
Definitively. Now the way is clear. At any rate, rejoice. Great things await us.
What did you do to him?
I devoured his soul.
But I didn't see you use the Holy Lance.
Indeed not. I didn't need to. Can't you guess how I did it? The Lance of Longinus is just a vessel, Louis. It could have been any object that had the blood of Christ on it. The blood of an ancient, more precisely. But I didn't need the blood of an ancient. You see, I have been in dear Lord Mortimer's physical body for longer than my brother has been in Sir Gregory Holmes. Therefore, I am an ancient, Louis.
He was your brother. Why did you kill him? He never meant you any harm.
Oh, Louis, I am exhausted. Let's talk about this later.
Не знаю, ну давай попробуем.
Tell me why now. I want to understand.
Stubborn as a mule. After centuries of trying to convince him, I assure you I had no other option than to do away with him. He would never have allowed me to depose our father. In the past, he had already opposed me, and sometimes very violently. He seemed to you like a man of peace, because you did not represent any danger to him. But I can assure you, he was not. With anything to do with our father, he would be merciless. In any case, what's done is done. I'm going to rest in the dining room. Join me there when you're ready. The time has come to end this little antisocial gathering.
Да от него тоже, наверное, ничего хорошего.
His family is rotten to the marrow. I did right not to trust them. Home told me that my last resort was to find my sister. I hope Emily's in her room.
Ну, тогда пойдем к ней. О, я уже у нее, что ли? Будем надеяться, что я у нее. Значит, наверх. Пойдем к Эмили. Погутарим с ней. Так, где я к ней буду ближе? Направо. Ну пойдем, действительно, поговорим с тобой.
Emily?
Yes. What's happening, Louis? You look...
Home is dead.
Good God, he did it!
What do you mean?
He warned me that Mortimer would probably try to get rid of him. He couldn't believe it himself. But we have to admit that he was right to be wary. We are in great danger, Louis.
Wait, what are you talking about?
When Gregory came to warn me, he assured me that we would be the next to go down.
Угу. Значит, здесь устойчивость, да?
I don't understand. Why would Mortimer attack us?
His brother, then his children.
He feeds on us.
Pardon me?
The bastard! It's been right under our noses all this time, Emily. Saturn devouring his children, and without Gregory to obstruct him. Now, we're easy prey.
No, it's impossible. No.
He's insane, Emily. But don't worry. We're together now, and he doesn't know that we know. Which means that we have the advantage.
When I brought up the possibility of us running away as quickly as we could, Gregory dissuaded me. He thought that Mortimer would see it coming, and that we would have no chance.
I guess I agree with him, and now we're here. I'm not gonna let him get away with it. There's two of us now, Emily. We can count on each other.
Well, on that note, I haven't told you everything, Louis. This might be a bit hard for you to accept, so I wanted to warn you. There are 3 of us.
Surprise, brother.
Excuse me?
It's Emma, Louis. Just before he disappeared, Holm explained to me how to bring her back from the ether. We were pressed for time
And the only body she could find was one of those cursed servants. Can you believe it?
Emma, don't start, please. I didn't exactly have much of a choice.
Be that as it may, I'm the one inside the body of a masked lackey.
I had to deal with the most urgent thing first. We'll try and get you out of there as soon as we can, just as I promised you.
And I'll make sure you make good on your commitment, sister.
Emma, for the last time.
She is better, don't worry. Being a demon changes many things, and the prospect of getting stuck in the ether for eternity has opened her eyes.
Well, I guess it's your decision, but I hope you know what you're doing.
Are we ready? Can we go now? Louis, at this point, it doesn't matter what you think about me. You need me. I'm guessing you are well aware of what we're about to face, aren't you?
Not really. No.
That's just what gives us a chance, is it not?
It's usually the only argument the reckless have in their favor.
Take heart. We're only about to confront an age-old creature that can read our thoughts and force us to act against our will and wants to devour us. So what's the problem?
If that is your attitude, I suggest we reevaluate the possibility of running away.
Stop it. Let's all just calm down. Only a few minutes ago, it was just the 2 of us. Things are looking up. Our chances are only getting better.
How do we get rid of him then?
Killing him won't change a thing normally.
He is capable of changing bodies.
I know how to kill a demon. And the irony of it is, he's the one who revealed it to me. We have to make him touch the blood of an older demon in order to encase him in his mortal body. This is the only way that might give us a chance of dealing him a fatal blow. And I've got the Holy Lance.
What's that got to do with demons?
Christ was his father. Believe me, if we get out of here alive, I'll have a lot of juicy details to tell you about the family. This lance actually received the blood of an ancient demon, and it can work on Mortimer.
Let's do it then.
Конечно, вперед. Подготавливаем миссии, пойдем.
Will you be all right?
Yes. Yes, I feel a lot better. Don't worry about me.
As you wish.
Столовая. О, как раз слева. Ну, погнали, чё?
Louis, there you are. Look, she's better.
Perfect.
Good. Are you ready, Louis? Can we go?
Понеслась.
Yes. Let's get it over with.
Louis, I've been expecting... Oh, I see you haven't come alone. To what do I owe the honor, Duchess?
I thought this discussion should concern the whole family.
Surprise, Father.
Emma. You brought her back from the ether. Well, I am impressed, my children.
It's over, Father.
We can't let you go on like this.
Enough!
Louis!
Who on earth do you think you are, for heaven's sake? Did you think I wouldn't know what you are planning? You are mere insects compared to me. You never had a chance.
Help! My head! Let's do it!
Now!
Ah, how dare you!
Keep going, it's working!
Get him!
Oh, Louis! No!
No, don't do it!
It's over. You've lost.
No, Louis! No, stop! Oh. My son.
Сан,
Correct
конечно.
your actions when you see him.
Come, Louis. It's over.
Let's leave.
На чем уплывем?
As Mortimer had planned, Napoleon Bonaparte sold Louisiana to the United States after purchasing it from Spain. Bonaparte continued his political and military ascension until he proclaimed himself emperor. He went on to invade a large part of Central Europe. The legend of Napoleon persisted after his death, conferring on the emperor the role of Messiah for France. Remaining very popular, George Washington put an end to the various internal rebellions without violence and re-established trade agreements with Great Britain. Upon his death, he became a national hero and left an entire nation in a state of mourning. On his return to Spain, Manuel Godoy proceeded to give Louisiana up to France. Later on, he became the target of the Crown Prince of Spain, Ferdinand VII. The latter gave no respite to his mother's lover, going as far as condemning him to exile. He confiscated all of Manuel's titles and possessions, as well as those of his mistress, Pepita. Pursued, they ended up living out their last years in France in poverty and anonymity. The influence von Wollner had over King Frederick William ironically ended up working against him. The sovereign thrust him into increasing repression until the end of his reign. Von Wollner became the object of the people's hatred, was therefore stripped of his titles and land by the new king, and died in poverty to general indifference in the Prussian countryside. The Duchess, through her close ties with the crown, made it possible for Great Britain to build closer links with the United States on both the diplomatic and commercial fronts. She became inseparable from Marchioness Cunningham, reputed for being the most influential mistress of King George IV of England, and whom she inducted into the Golden Order. His Eminence, having successfully accomplished his mission, returned to His Holiness the Pope with full honors. Although all his ambitions had become possible, to the stupefaction of his entourage, the Cardinal preferred to retire to his Tuscan monastery, far from all political and diplomatic entanglements. Fascinated by the techniques involved in exorcism and demonology, he dedicated the last years of his life to the study of Inquisition reports. Sarah de Richet never returned from her trip to the English Isles. Her disappearance spelled the end of the Golden Order and was the object of gossip for almost 3 days at the court of France.
Она ж уплыла просто.
On his return from Paris, Peyrou resigned from his posting as judge at the revolutionary courts. He withdrew to the south of France with his daughter until his death. No more was ever heard of Lord William Mortimer. His sudden disappearance was the subject of conversations in the European courts, but only for a few months.
Я не понял, почему о Луи ничего не сказали. Ладно. Ну вот все. Похоже, мы прошли игру. Всем спасибо за просмотр.